biotech industry, like in many other sectors, there are lots of good intentions. For the most part, although there are exceptions, the leaders of biotech companies are good people who want to achieve positive things in a positive way. For many, though, when the pressures of scaling kick in, culture takes a back seat and is deprioritized, despite its undeniable impact on success. So, given those good intentions, why exactly do biotech leaders neglect culture? Well, typically, these leaders fall into one or more of four camps. Number one, they've never experienced a great culture, and sometimes they've never worked in a company at all. As a result, they just don't understand why culture is so important and they fail to prioritize it. In fact, the MIT Sloan School of Management has identified that leaders without prior business experience have a tendency to undervalue soft organizational factors like culture, instead focusing on technical excellence and product development, which is unsurprising. The second camp is that they believe that good science is the only thing that matters. And when this is the case, naturally, it's the science that their attention goes to. And there's an assumption that if they can make their research work, everything else will follow. Now, this, of course, neglects the importance of people and culture in driving scientific success. So, ironically, it actually decreases their chances of victory. And McKinsey's research has discovered that although 70% of life sciences executives acknowledge that organizational culture is critical to success, only 20% actively prioritize it, suggesting that their acknowledgement is more a case of feeling they're supposed to say that rather than a genuine belief in the importance of culture. The third camp consists of people that have good intentions, but just don't know what to do to make great culture a reality. And I have a lot of sympathy for this one. The concept of culture can be really broad, ill-defined, and intimidating, and it results in many leaders struggling to find a place to start. Making culture more tangible and actionable is actually why we designed our building blocks framework at Singular, and we're not the only ones to recognize this. Deloitte's analysis has found that while 82% of executives consider culture a potential competitive advantage, and this group was even more favourable in sentiment than McKinsey's, if you remember, less than 30% actually feel they have the skills and knowledge to manage and shape culture effectively. And the final camp is, again, those who have good intentions, but they're just distracted by other priorities. Running a business is hard, and there are always more things pulling at your attention than you can realistically handle. Investing your time into culture can be hard to justify because the returns can be intangible and they take time to materialize. Particularly in biotech companies where science and fundraising are so demanding, making culture priority is a challenge. This is compounded by the fact that leaders often come from technical backgrounds, so they feel more confident of making an impact in areas where they possess the greatest skill. And while all of the above camps are understandable, they don't change the fact that company culture drives success and is the key differentiating factor between the few biotechs that succeed and the many that fail. And there are solutions for each of these situations. If you're building a biotech company, or any company for that matter, and you don't have much experience of running a business, especially if you've never even worked for one, well, bring in people that do. They could be your COO, your chair, people in key positions throughout the team. Wherever you can find the right people who can provide greater context and foresight from their career to date. For those leaders with good intentions, whether the challenge is that you're not sure where to start or you don't have the time to prioritize culture, well, there are plenty of people out there who are experts and who would be happy to contribute to your cause. Early on, you might not need a full-time chief people officer or HR director, but still there are plenty of independent consultants or organizations like ours at Singular that you can engage to give you the tools and resources that you need. Be aware, though, that not all HR people are culture development experts. And we regularly see founders make this mistake. Many human resources professionals are really excellent at compliance, policy, employment law and process, all of which are important, but they aren't likely to foster a successful culture. nor should their focus be on making people happy or making the company a nice place to work. While both of those are typically desirable things, people who focus on them actually miss the point. Your culture should drive the achievement of your strategic objectives, and if it doesn't, well, then it's not delivering what you need. Now, finally, those of you out there who believe that the science is the only important factor, well, you're a more challenging cohort. And in fairness, if that's you and you're watching this video at all, it's probably only because someone told you had to. But if there's a part of you that's starting to realize that all this culture stuff might be important, just go and do the research. Organizational psychologists and business experts have pulled together a wealth of material on the importance of culture to business success, to the point that it's not even a debate anymore. Even the most cynical scientists would struggle to argue with the vast body of work that exists. Or feel free to get in touch with me and I'll be happy to talk you through the key points. The solution, though, is never ever to neglect or deprioritize your culture, because that way lies failure.